Hi, brothers and sisters. So I'm, bear with me, all right? I have a few videos that I have out, but I'm still kind of like camera shy and I'm nervous right now. I've been praying and asking the Holy Spirit to like flow through me through this video. I'm nervous because I had a really whew, intense dream last night, and I want to share it with you guys. And then my husband and me, he's camera shy, so he's going to be off to the side, chit chatting with me a little bit, like cutting in here and there. But we just kind of wanted to talk and kind of give some insight on a few things that are going on in our mind and what we think about everything. But let me get to my dream. So in my dream setting, it was us in our house, in our home. And we don't live in the city, but in my dream, I could see like city buildings. And we're just normal day, like today. We're hanging out inside, doing our thing. And the next thing we know, we start hearing like, it's almost like fireworks. They were going off like, and then the next thing I know, we're looking up at these things that are going off in the air, and all of a sudden a swarm of like drones just start going everywhere. And I remember like my husband immediately just when he was gone, he went to go get his gun and get his stuff, and as soon as I saw him, I knew kind of what was up too, and I was more in shock, I think, in my dream, and I was like panicking. So like I was running around trying to go get my go bag, trying to find where my gun was, trying to get some different clothes on. I was trying to get the kids together, and then the next thing we know, I'm hearing something knock on the door saying they're tracing the electronics. They're tracing the electronics, the signal. Go turn all your stuff off. Like somebody was trying to warn us. And so then I was running around the house. I was trying to make sure the computers were turned off. And also, I meant to tell you, the drones, they reminded me of Flubber, the little yellow robot that he used to have in the video. They were like that, but tons of them everywhere. And so then my husband finally, I get in the room, I'm trying to get clothes on and, do everything. And he grabs me and he gives me a knife and he says, here, go get in the closet. I'll go get the kids. So I'm going to the closet, I hear I hear like gunshots, not specifically three, but I hear gunshots. And then the next thing I know, I hear my husband talking, and then that's it. I don't hear anything anymore. And then I'm sitting in the closet, and I'm sitting there kind of like scared, with the knife, wondering like what happened to my kids. Is my husband still alive? Like what's going on? And the next thing I know, I see this young kid pop his head around the corner, and I'm like, and he's like, oh, no, you're fine. And he probably looked like in his early 20s. He was young. And I was like, what do you want? And he is like, we don't want anything. And this girl comes around the corner, and she looked like she was the one like in charge, because more people came behind her, and they were all different types of people. They were adults, they were young people, but they looked like a gang. They looked like just someone that maybe the government paid for and hired them to do this dirty work that our military might not be doing. I'm not sure, but they looked like they just didn't care about anything, and they were on a mission to do something. And she was like, I said, what do you want? And she said, you need to make a choice. And I said, well, what do you mean? And she said, well, your husband's last words were right about us tracking you with your technology, or something like what you have. And so that gave me like the hint that he had died. And in my spirit, I just kind of knew like I was about to have to make a choice between my faith and my flesh, like real life. Like, am I going to die right here, right now for God, or am I going to join these people? And I knew it was that because the guy that had first walked in came behind me. So I already knew I was praying and asking the Lord to give me the strength, to give me to where I can't feel any pain, to have peace with what was just happening, and not to really be in fear, because, I was truly, it was so real. I woke up at like 6 something this morning and was ready to move off grid. You know, like I told my husband, like, I'm ready to sell all of our stuff. I'm ready to get rid of all of our technology and literally move off grid right now because, you know, when you start, this is where I'm at with it. I see so many videos on here of people that have not believed, even where we're at right now, they have not believed that we were going to go through what we're going through right now. A lot of people have had videos where they believe in pre-trib, but they believe that we're not going to be subjected, or actually, no, that's true. In the Bible, it says we're not going to be subjected to God's wrath. But this is the thing. That's true. But we don't know what we are going to have to go through before we get pre-tribbed out of here, because I'm a pre-trib believer too. And, you know, then I sat here and thought to myself after this dream, gosh, you know, I would hope that, you know, our children wouldn't have to go through that. You know what I mean? Like, because I was terrified for my kids. They died. My husband died. And I knew he had died because he believes in Jesus and he was willing to get his throat slit. And that was what was about to happen to me. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, there are people that are getting persecuted for their faith like that every day. Every day. Children too. And some of them go through worse things than that. So why is it so hard to believe that we and our children won't go through that stuff? You know, America's faith has not been tested like other countries. It hasn't. And so, like, you know, do I believe that we could go through something like that to where we might have our faith tested? Oh, yes, most definitely. Most definitely. And let me tell you something. In my dream, I believe that God wanted me to feel how real it was because it was a dream. And in my flesh, I'm scared and I'm terrified and I'm sad and I'm just a wreck. But in my spirit, I'm at peace. I know where I'm going. I know what is happening and I know what I need to do. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's where I'm at. And so I think in my dream, when he was showing me this, he was letting me see, like, this is how real it's going to be. And in real life, it's going to be even more real than what my dream was. More intense. Because, you guys, it's easy. It's one thing to have a dream, but to actually be in real life and someone holding a knife to your neck about to slit your throat and telling you to decide what your faith is? What side are you on? What side are you on? Not just that. What if they take you? What if they take you hostage and torture you? Eat your fingers off or rape you or, and I'm talking for men and women too. And that's not a spirit of fear. Okay? That is what is really going on. You see these elites. You see all these people that are eating and doing satanic rituals. Come on. Wake up, people. Wake up. You don't want to believe in it because you're so comfortable in your own, like, you know, or, oh, God's not going to put us through wrath. Well, he's not going to put us through wrath. But how do you know that this is wrath or isn't wrath? You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't wrath. God's wrath ain't even touched this earth yet, okay? This right here is justice. This is judgment on the earth, okay? Not just that, but this is where it's testing our faith, you guys. We might have to, you know what? I prayed before I did this video. Because I was hesitant about sharing this because I wasn't 100% sure that it came from the Lord. So I prayed about it. And I asked him, I said, Lord, this was from you. You know, lead me in scripture right now. Let me open my King James Bible, and lead me in what it is that you want me to share on this video as a confirmation. He's had us in Jeremiah, okay, with everything going on with Israel and talking about the Palestinians and Egypt and all this. He's had me and my husband in Jeremiah, which has been very, very exciting and very interesting, but also very biblical, for sure. Prophecy jumping off the pages, for sure. He gave me this, Jeremiah 38. Jeremiah 38, 6. So they took Jeremiah and put him into the cistern of Malachi, the king's son, which was in the courtyard of the guard. They lowered Jeremiah by the ropes into the cistern. It had no water in it, only mud, and Jeremiah sank down into the mud. I'm going to read another one too. Same thing. Jeremiah 38, 6. Then took they Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Malachi, the son of Hammelech, that was in the court of the prison, and they let down Jeremiah with cords, and in the dungeon there was no water, but mire, so Jeremiah sunk in the mire. So pretty much they put him in this hole, and he was either going to starve, drown, because when it rained it would flood up, or he was just going to die away, rot away. And while he was in that hole, right here, but God does not promise that he will be with them. Oh, I'm sorry. I need some more coffee today, man. It says, but God does promise that he will be with them and will give them strength to endure. So in other words, you guys, like, it doesn't matter what we go through. It doesn't matter if we do end up having to go through some of these things and our faith is being tested and we are in a position where we might get our throat slit or beheaded or whatever it may be, you guys, before the pre-trib rapture, right? God is going to give us strength and be with us no matter what. And that just gave me the confirmation I needed, because when I was about to get my throat slit, I was praying to him to give me peace and to not let me feel the pain. And when I read that before I made this video, it showed me, like, no matter what hole we are in or what situation we're in, he's going to see us through it. So there may be parts where we do go through things and it won't be God's wrath. It's going to be judgment. But we just have to keep having our faith in him, trusting in him, and just keep remembering that he's our blessed hope. And no matter what is going on, we have to continue to stay strong and endure it. Go through it, just like all these other people do in these other countries. I mean, man, there's so many people out there that really just don't have a clue. And, I've kind of cut back on watching YouTube videos, and I've kind of like just enjoying my family, preparing the best that I can, because whether I'm here or I'm not, if I'm not here, someone's got, food and medical and place to stay and all types of things you can think of. And if I am here, then I have myself prepared to the best ability that I can. I think it's important that people need to understand that our children very much can go through this stuff, because there are kids doing it right now. And we very well can be going through this stuff, and our faith can very well be tested. Very much so. I'm not trying to scare anyone by any means, but I truly believe that, this dream was symbolic, And the Lord was basically, for me personally, even just telling me, like, get ready, you know, because, you know, you sitting here and believing that you're not going to be going through anything like this, you need to prepare yourself because you very well could be. You know, I just brace, right? Dana Coverstone, what he said, brace, for the storm will not pass, right? Until the Lord says that the storm is done. Brace for impact, you guys, because I'm telling you right now. What about the 144,000 Jews that are going to be beheaded? What about that? They're already gathering the Jews back to Israel. I mean, hello? People really think that our faith isn't going to be tested like that? That God won't subject that to us? Like I said, what about all these other countries where kids are going through worse things, or adults even? I mean, me and my husband were talking the other day in ISIS. I couldn't even believe that they were throwing people in cages and burning them. Okay, so you know what it is America has gotten very comfortable, and they don't think that anything bad can happen to them. We're so complacent. We are so just, there's so many, and forgive me, Lord, but there are so many just dumb people in America. They don't want to look anything up. They don't want to do their own research. They don't want to read their word. Or they read their word and then they sit here and think they take things out of context, or they interpret them the way that they want it to go. And it's no. Read the Bible. It's right there. You know, like, read your word. If you're confused, reach out to someone. If you have questions, ask. I don't know, it's a sad world that we live in, but it's also very exciting. But I really wanted to get that across to people, that it can happen to us, guys. Very well can. And the minute that you sit there and think, oh no, it ain't gonna happen, we're gonna be raptured out of here before it happens, you're being naive. You're not using wisdom, as it says in the word, to use. A wise man. You need to be wise. Wise. God tells you to prepare throughout the whole Bible. He wants us to prepare because he knows what's coming. And for those of you, I'm telling you, that think that it's not going to happen to you because you're going to be raptured out of here, don't be so complacent. What if it does happen to you? Are you ready? Have you thought about it? Are you willing to have your throat slit or be beheaded? Or put up a fight at least? I'm not the only one that feels it in my spirit that something is coming. Something big. It's the times that we're in. And when you realize that, and you don't sugarcoat it anymore, and you really just try to accept it for what it is, continue to stay in your word and pray. Prayer, lots of prayer. And just seek the Lord and you will find him. He has been lifting things off of me that have been weights on my shoulders for a long time. And in one day, praise y'all, one day, he just opened up a whole thing that has been like bothering me for a long time, and things that I've been conflicted about, and one day he made it in a full circle. He shone everything on me, and it was amazing. He's working miracles in everybody's life. Everybody's on the same page. You know, like, I was so hard on myself about like sinning and always trying to be perfect. And once I finally realized what grace means, it was amazing, because now I just feel so at peace. I feel like I already know there's nothing that I can do. He is the only one. His sacrifice is what made it able for me to even have a chance to go to heaven. And now all that I'm striving to do is just continue to read my word and have a better relationship with him. It's amazing. I don't feel on the fence anymore. I know that this is going to get real quick. And I'm ready. I'm ready. It showed me too, my dream, that we have to just really stay in our word, you guys, because when faced with that, we're going to need him more than ever to get us through it. Yep. All right, well, give me a minute. I think I'm going to see if my husband has any words he wants to say, and then we'll go from there. And if not, then I'll let you guys know. Okay. All right, you guys. So that's everything. Sorry, it's a long video again. But if you need me to pray for you, or you have similar things that are going on, or maybe a dream that was similar, just comment in the below and let me know. All right. Have a blessed day.